Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Welcome to the NHK, episode 16. Yeah. Sato.
Yep.
Sato has been discovered in his,
Yes,
in his throne
indeed.
of fantasy.
He has.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from MMO reality.
Yeah. This isn't good. I mean, this is good because Misaki's seeing him here and he can confront this part of himself that wants to run away.
Your eyes,
yep.
look back to the door and see.
Yeah. I'm just a poor boy.
He needs no sympathy.
But he does need rent.
He does need rent.
You know.
He needs help. He needs friends. He needs connections. And he needs...
now that I think about it...
He needs that +7, power sword.
Please, no one would give out a +7 power sword in
right.
an MMO. But,
No, that's why, because in MMO.
Yeah. But one of the things that they could potentially use here, and I didn't really think about it till now, but they could use the fact that he might actually just end up not being able to pay rent. And then he has to move back home, which means then he has to deal with his family situation with his dad or whatever stuff there. Of course, he could also figure something out here. But I don't think the MMO thing's going to work, so what's he going to do?
I think he actually gives the MMO thing a solid month. Like, he actually, runs it all the way out until it's no longer an option. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, we'll have to see how it goes, y'all. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
It's gotten worse.
Sato-kun.
Oh my god.
In his eyes.
Yep.
Oh man.
行こうぜ。ミヤ、ほっときゃそのうちに勝手に出ていくさ。俺たちは冒険を楽しもうぜ。ミヤ。
Oh my god.
こんなことになったの。これまでいろんなトラブルはあったけど、ほら、外はいい天気だよ。だからね。
He couldn't move because his hand wasn't on the W. On the W key.
Oh man. Yeah, this is totally a dude.
Yeah. Oh no. No. A girl in the video game room.
No. This calls for emergency measures. Yamazaki. No, okay. Okay.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? What?
That is, not what I expected.
No, I didn't expect that either.
でも俺は君と二人だけの
ドラゴン退治の時少し手を借りるだけだってレアアイテムを手に入れて佐藤君が喜ぶ
Right, sure.
ミヤ
Sure, yeah. See, this is where they set the group on Master Loot.
俺の喜ぶ顔
Yeah,
He helps, do the fight,
And she takes everything.
And she takes everything, yeah.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Because she's like, clearly this is what he's into.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
no.
god.
ミヤの関係はそんな見かけ上のものじゃないんだ
Yamazaki's like, I just saw a cat girl just run by here, and
Yeah.
what'd you do to her? Like,
And he sees a bunch of trash that's been thrown out of Sato's room.
君 RMT をやりたいんだって
みんなそう言うけど大丈夫さ時間はたっぷりあるし
alright.
What if
Maybe
he
it is
actually got
actually
to the
really
point-
wholesome, you know?
Yeah. Like, what if he got to the point where he actually was able to do it?
Dang. Alright.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Party buffs. Yep. The guts, the dragon slayer. He's literally wielding the.
どこで間違えた
No, now she's gonna get into the game.
Thigh highs. That's the problem.
No. What is she doing?
前にもいろいろあるんだね
Oh my god! So cool.
You do 3% of its max health as damage.
I mean, we have to make this look appealing, you know,
Right,
for
yeah.
everyone, so.
Magic item.
Mithril. We saved the land.
Yes.
The magic over this land is broken.
Oh boy.
Kono subarashi.
Yeah.
Alright, that's real, yeah.
RMT できるといいね、佐藤君。できるものならね。
If you're able to, yeah.
Yeah.
おめでたいやつだぜ。そう簡単に稼げるとでも思ってるのか。
Wait.
What? No way. Was
Wait.
that his dad?
No, it's not.
Okay. Oh, right.
佐藤って本名そのまんまじゃねえか。
佐藤？そういえば。
Oh, dang. So
Wow.
it's a member of their school. Oh my gosh.
奥にお風呂があるみたい。ねえ、佐藤君、一緒に入らない？
This MMO is extremely
冗談よ。
is extremely detailed, you know.
No, it's just his imagination filling in everything.
Yeah, exactly. There is, I will say, there is some level of relationship development that you can really only get in a long form MMO when you party with someone.
Oh yeah,
for
right.
long.
The online friends. Yeah.
But I'm not saying just the online friends, about the challenges that you solve with one person as you level up in a world of an MMO that's actually really tough. And oh my god.
Oh wow.
But I experienced this in old school WoW. Like it was amazing. Nope, not going to. I need to hit max level because leveling with the healer is tough. And then when I get to max level, I'm going to be very in high demand for high level raids and stuff. And you kind of suck at this game, so...
Yeah.
一つだけ条件があるの。
条件？
リアルで佐藤君に会いたいの。現実の佐藤君の部屋に行ってもいい？
No.
Nope.
ダメってことないけど。
本当？よかった。もう佐藤君のアパートの前まで来てるの。これからアパートの階段を登るね。
The sheer terror of being like, you were stalked. You're really starting to lose it, kid. Because how could she be on the game talking if, you know...
Hi. 私ミヤです。
No way!
Yamazaki.
No way!
猫耳美少女との冒険の旅は
Wow, yes! Yes, it is Yamazaki!
佐藤さんにネトゲーの何たるかを教えようと思いましてね。
Of course, no
you
one
would.
just plays a priest and goes trying to solo level.
That's literally what I did when...
Yeah,
のミヤもこんな感じの美少女だと思ってたわけじゃないですよね。
No, of course not.
ネット上
I didn't think it was Yamazaki.
性別も外見も自由に変えられるんです。
Wow.
真の仲間なんてただの幻想に過ぎません。RMT で稼ぐにはチームを組み、かなりシビアな手を使う必要があります。それができているのはごくごく一部の人間だけです。
Extremely tiny.
騙されやすく、プログラムの知識もない人間には不可能です。
でも俺には時間が。
Doesn't matter.
この先何年続ける気です？ 30年後の自分の姿を想像してみてください。
Oh, shoot. That's the line.
Ugh. But this is where it could really change. Not just to have something positive, that you're working towards, but something scary as hell that you're running away from.
Oh, that's sad. Oh.
Yeah.
それでもまだ RMT をやります。
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
言っときますけど、無料お試し期間はとっくに終了して、すでに赤字になってますよね。
Wow.
違うんだ。RMT なんか途中でどうでもよくなってたんだ。
一番儲かるのはゲームを作ってる側の人間です。
Yep.
だから
So that's what we're gonna do.
Let's get back to this and make the best NHK
Yeah.
ever.
出ていけ。俺の部屋から出ていけ。
Yeah,
Wow.
he still betrayed his trust, though.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
ちょっと薬が効きすぎた。
Yeah, it might have been a
Uh-huh.
bit too intense. Yeah.
Oh, and his setup's like that too.
もしもし。
Your bank.
佐藤くん
Oh, it's the high school.
高校の時同じクラスだった
Yeah.
小林ですけど
Oh, she was the one we got confused with. Yeah, the class rep. We got her confused with
どう
Gotcha.
して
Hitomi.
急に電話なんて。
同窓会より素敵なお知らせ
Oh.
は
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
中学の時の制服エプロンそれに手料理これなら絶対佐藤
Oh,
君をこっちの
Misaki.
世界に連れ戻せるはず
He's not there.
Yeah. Then what?
So he left. He left his apartment.
But what would be the good news?
I don't know, but
Oh my god. So here's what it is. I have an idea.
what?
I have a crazy idea. So, the sister is dealing with her hikikomori older brother
Gotcha.
who plays the MMO and says,
Gotcha.
I need you to come over here and be like his friend and we'll pay you or something to like help him out of hikikomori stuff or what have you.
Oh.
Like-
Sure.
like-
yeah, it's something. Yeah.
It's something.
But and maybe because of how terrified Sato got by everything, he would,
he would say yes. You know?
well, and basically just sort of regurgitate the speech that Yamazaki gave to
right,
him.
right, or
you know.
regurgitate the stuff that Misaki would generally. Give
Oh,
to him.
sure. Yeah. A few lessons
All
can be
right.
gathered from this episode.
Quite a few.
One.
Yes.
All the girls on the internet are actually dudes.
Yes.
2. There's no such thing as a priest that doesn't have a party. And certainly not a priest that's solo leveling.
Any priest that's solo leveling there's something wrong.
There's either
going on
something
there.
wrong in the head, or they're up to something.
They're up to something. Yeah.
They have plans.
What was the
right?
third one?
The third one is just that MMOs are dangerous, and that sometimes if you want to change a really hard habit, right, a deep set habit, you need to scare the shit out of yourself.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
So that there's a
True.
positive thing you're running towards, and a literal fire under your ass you're running from.
Mediocrity is basically the scariest thing because what'll end up happening is you kind of gradually move like water and accept the lowest common denominator, the lowest kind of state of things, and it's just gravity working its way against you.
Yeah.
And we saw what would have happened in 30 years if that had happened for Sato, and yeah, that's pretty depressing.
That's pretty terrifying.
But the thing is I'm sure that happens way more often than we'd like to admit.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just like MMO bad kind of thing.
Right.
No,
right.
it's
there
just
were functioning people that were playing the MMO, and and
Yeah,
it was just
yeah,
what they
like-
did when they weren't working.
Like it's totally a thing that you can do in moderation. It's just those things that taken beyond moderation into some area of excessive what have you,
right.
then it gets a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yamazaki being Mia, that's the perfect twist. I love it. It makes sense. I'll just tell you, this is a funny thing that happened. Jacob was like, oh, Classic WoW's out. I'm going to try Classic WoW. And I decided to be like, I don't know if he's actually ready for classic WoW. I'm gonna make a priest character at the same time in the same location, and I basically just kind of hovered around behind him.
Yep.
And every once in a while, you know, he'd be doing great. He'd be doing great every once in a while. I just give him a buff. I just buff his health.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Who the hell is that?"
Yeah.
And then every once in a while he needed a heal. I'd be like, "Boom, heal."
Yep.
Like he was like in this part, you were stuck with Murlocs, right?
Yeah, because
Remember?
the freaking cliff, like I fell down and I couldn't get back up.
He had no idea where he was questing. It was hilarious. So he ends up into this area where he's a little bit under level.
And that was why I stopped playing classic WoW.
Is why he stopped playing classic WoW. But the funny thing is that if he hadn't gotten the random priest solo leveling to come by and be like, heal.
Oh yeah.
You would have stayed there for quite a while.
No. Like that was pretty much my experience with classic WoW originally. It was a lot of dying.
But you never played a mage though.
No.
You played a warrior.
I did. I just didn't get very far. I got to like level 13 or something.
Right, but the thing that I find ridiculous is that you played actually a warrior in solo leveled in classic WoW. Which is even harder.
Oh yeah,
mage is the easiest class to
solo
solo
yeah, because
level.
you can outrange them. Yeah.
Well, like mages have a built-in slow into their primary attack.
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic.
So
and you just set up from 30 feet away and
pew is the easiest rotation in existence.
Oh yeah,
for that kind of stuff. But
Yep. But the corpse run and all that stuff, that was very much a thing. But so here we have Sato. And in a lot of ways, the reason that I didn't get as into MMOs is because I never broke through that point where I started to get really good at them.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Right? Like SWTOR, that doesn't really count.
You didn't need to be that good.
You didn't need to be that good.
It was a story game.
Yeah, it was a story game, right?
Yeah.
But, in the case of Sato here, right, he gets to that point where he's vested enough, he's flushed enough time.
Yes,
right,
there you go.
That he's actually pretty good at the thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then once you get good at it, well, there's the idea of, one, I spent a long time to get this good.
Cost sunk fallacy there.
Yeah. And then
and then now so hard on that.
Oh yeah. And then at that point, he's actually able to have fun with it, right? Because he's now at the part where he's actually good at it, right? And there you go. Now, was the fact that he was able to do that well because Yamazaki was helping him out every step of the way? Yeah. But oh man,
he's too new and fresh to these things to realize he's being carried.
Right, exactly. And one of the things that I love about this is that Yamazaki is not just helping him with the MMO. Right. He is in turn also reminding him of the power of the gal game, right? The power of the waifu, right?
Right.
And
it's kind of clever, actually.
Yeah.
Like Yamazaki literally keikaku doried this whole thing.
Yep.
And then it ended up whiplashing back even harder because he's more upset that his trust was betrayed by someone that he knew.
Right.
If it had been someone that he didn't know, it would have been like, well, wait, how? Like, I'm so dumb. I could not believe that I didn't realize as
I'm at your apartment.
I'm at your apartment. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, who could this? I literally thought he was going crazy. I literally thought Sato was actually losing it. Like, I thought he was actually going a little crazy there. So there was no one at the door,
I thought it was something where it was going to turn into it was going to be kind of an easy out situation where it was like someone that was like, stalking him and all that stuff. And then it would be like this negative thing of like, hold on, and that would be what sort of breaks him out of it.
I can't believe the easiest solution was the one that...
Yeah, like Yamazaki figured what he was up to. It's like he just disappears when they're supposed to be working on stuff together, and he probably heard about the real money trading thing and all that stuff, and he's like, okay, yeah.
Which means that Yamazaki was also, when Misaki came in there, was also like, hey, like, shouldn't you go, like, see who that is?
Go in,
is that your girlfriend? No, he's Mia trying to get Sato to be like, isn't there someone out there? You should log out and see who that is.
Right,
trying to, like, go, get out of here.
Yeah. Run while you still can. Well, and it also means that all the times that Misaki would like be around his apartment and Yamazaki would just be walking past with groceries.
Right. That's him like
hunkering
down
back up. Yep. Wow.
Oh man.
I love it.
I wonder how long we could prank someone like that, Jacob.
Oh God.
No. Like imagine if you will, we find out a friend of ours plays some MMO and or what have you, and they're playing it a lot. Then we both together are like, yeah, we're some like friends, and we power level up to find them or what have you. And then we're like, hey, we like sidle in, become party members with them or something like that, and then it all just ends up working out. You know?
The main problem,
you never tell them who you are.
It doesn't work like that because no one is online friends with somebody without at least being in a voice chat.
That
nowadays
is true
that just
nowadays.
doesn't happen, right?
But
you set
there
up
are
a Discord or something.
There are very simple voice emulators you can get online nowadays.
Sure.
And all you have to do is just say like, yeah, I don't like talking without the emulator. It's just more fun this way. And they're like, all right, cool. At least you stand out amongst the the group there.
Or you just try your voice acting skills and just like be like, all right, I am now. Like I'm now British or something, and whatever.
No. I think the voice acting thing only goes so far. But you're right in that, especially in console-driven MMOs, you need a voice chat because you can't text with the keyboard really well at all. But I know plenty of people that will never get into voice chat. One, because the like sexism in online games. So if they're a girl, they'll just pretend to be a dude. Yeah, which that's like the one out of every like 5 or 6 players you'll meet online. But also the other one that I personally told you in my previous story there is that sometimes you're 15 years old and everyone else is 30 and you don't want to reveal your squeaker voice. Yeah,
that's right. Get wrecked, scrub.
They're like, oh my god, Hacksaw 911 is actually like really good at the game. But he's 15.
Yeah. So I was playing Dota 2 at one point, and Dota 2 was probably the closest equivalent I really had to like an MMO, other than SWTOR, right? Because it was something where it took a while for me to get good, and then once I got good, I played it a ton because I was actually pretty good at it, right? Yeah. Contrary to what the streams may make you think, because whatever. But there's this point where it wasn't. There would be just people that would just be automatically in voice chat, right? And this was back when you didn't have to say, yes, I want to hear my teammates' voices, right?
Right.
And there was this person that was like very clearly like, younger, right? Yeah. But they were trying to put on a deep voice and they were talking so much shit, right? And they weren't even that good. But then randomly you hear them like turn away from the microphone, but you can still hear them. They're like, hey mom, can you get me a ham and cheese sandwich? It was one of the greatest things ever.
Oh man,
it was so good.
I have never. But
they were like trying to use like a deeper voice, like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys suck, whatever.
What we have heard was the one of it was like a 20-something-year-old or what have you. Mm-hmm. And they were like, Mom, I'll take out the trash later. And it was just like the tank in our raid or what have you was just like, shut up, Mom. And we were just like, bro, don't talk to your mom like that. Yeah. Like everyone in our raid started like giving him crap. We're like, you won't even take out the trash? That's like a 3 or 4 minute job. Go do that so we don't have any distractions for our raid. Yeah. Idiot, You just got chewed out in a... What did we use at the time? Ventrilo. Yeah, we used Ventrilo. Yeah. And this is way back in the days when you had to pay for a voice chat server or what have you. We all contributed.
Praise Discord.
Yes, praise Discord. And it's beautiful. Oh, everything.
Yep.
So, Sato has been contacted by a high school friend, though.
Right.
And this is the thing. It's not a high school friend as in, like, they were actually friends.
High school, like...
acquaintance, someone
and not even really an acquaintance, like just
no, they knew each other's names essentially. He knew that she is the class rep,
right?
So someone that probably made it her job to know everyone in her class anyway.
Yeah,
but we were getting her confused in a previous episode with Hitomi.
It's that whole same color hair syndrome. It's really tough.
It's really tough. But Hitomi never had glasses, so that's something we should made sense about. But the reason why it's important that we didn't get them confused is because she's an actual character in the main story.
Yep.
And she calls Sato after she suspects that her older brother is playing with Sato in this MMO.
And her older brother, is in a similar state to where Sato was, right?
Yes, that's the thing. I find this to be a little bit odd because either they're roommates, this is a situation where they're both
splitting an apartment kind of
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or, and this would be something that they could also do, or it's that they're both still living at home, and this guy is a lot older than her,
Sure.
and he needs to get out of the house,
Okay, yeah,
so they're trying to figure out a way to help him with that, and they're like, hey, you play this game with him, maybe you can come over and help. I'd see that as being the probably next step here, because I don't think there's going to be any anything that she needs help with, probably specifically for her, but because it was tied in with the brother.
Yeah, I don't know. And the thing is that what Sato really needs right now is a job, right?
Yeah.
He needs a way to make money in a stable, responsible way,
right.
Or really just any way at this point. But and so maybe that's what I would think this is, because I can't imagine anything else would really be that valuable, I guess.
Yeah.
But, not to Sato anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea of him being someone of hey, maybe you can reach my brother, and get him to shape up a little bit. I almost wonder if Sato's even up to that. Because he could change, because Sato had this experience, right, with thinking about himself 30 years later still living at home, right? That is absolutely something where, because of that, it could be a catalyst to cause him to change in crazy ways, right? Yeah. But we still need to see that happen. So I'm not sure exactly if that's going to happen here.
Okay. Well, the main thing is I think she just offered him a job, basically. Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason that would make him actually leave the house. Because when I think about what would make him actually leave the house, I actually can't really think of much. Mm-hmm. Right now, I don't even think he really goes to the store. I don't know how he gets food there, but I'm assuming he gets some kind of delivery.
It's really too bad this isn't 10 years later, because then he could just be an Amazon customer service person, literally just because they'll just outsource that to people from their homes, as long as you've got a microphone.
But then
and
he
stuff
has to talk to people.
Well, that's
the thing. That's the thing. All customer service involves with you dealing with other people.
Right,
you get fired within 2 weeks time.
Yeah.
Max,
Yeah.
So he gets his, his, I don't know,
Darn.
1,000 yen or something like that.
Okay, what would be a job that Sato could do in this day and age
with no skills?
With no skills.
With no skills.
Without leaving home or talking
without
to people.
leaving home or talking to people.
Is there anything?
Okay.
That you can think of?
If he's okay with talking to people at the front line of things, in the beginning, I think he's actually not that bad. Well, no, actually, I think the thing that might be because he'd have to leave then.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, no, he has to be able to leave the house, because I think one of the things that he could do that would require him to not talk to people much, not really leave the house, is he could be a glorified dog sitter. Basically, he could basically take care of animals.
Sure.
And do their maintenance or what have you.
Yeah, and that's something that would be very much suited to his general lifestyle, even though he would have to leave the house, and that he'd be sitting at home, or at a home.
Or actually, if anything, he would just be walking around town at off prime time hours. There wouldn't be a lot of people around, so he wouldn't really have to talk to anyone, and no one would really want to talk to him necessarily, unless he was
but and that's the tough thing, because his own self-talk is so messed up that he can't even go outside, even if he's not talking to people. Because I understand not wanting to talk to people, right? But
absolutely.
The idea that you can't even go outside because you're imagining what all the other people are thinking, right?
Yeah.
That. What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
That's
tough. But hey, he got out of the house somehow,
so
we'll see what ends up happening in the next episode. But hey, that's basically it this episode, y'all. We got ourselves some clever little MMO fighting stuff there.
And some serious Keikaku Dori.
From Yamazaki.
Yep.
So
and Misaki, bless your heart.
Bless your heart, Misaki. Oh my god, that little cat nya with the subtitles and everything.
Right, yeah.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Right, yeah, the fact that she wasn't actually saying those things, like maybe that's something where we could read into it in that she didn't want to be vulnerable enough in order to say those heartfelt things. No. Because I mean, she would know that he wouldn't be able to actually understand.
Because she wasn't saying things that were super heartfelt. It was just like, please come out, please, like, you know.
Sure.
If anything, her heartfelt stuff is in her body language. She'd be like, yeah. Like,
oh boy.
She tried so hard and got so far.
Oh boy.
But yeah. So thank you all for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can get on full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, stories like Jacob's sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yeah, that's right. I wrote a book. It's called Battle Lines. It's awesome. It's sci-fi. It's available for purchase on Amazon in both hardback and ebook, whichever works best for you. Link in the description.
Yeah, go. So if any that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.